Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Okay, so today we are exploring a completely wild real-life story with a massive, unexpected plot twist. Seriously, it's not a movie. It is a real-deal constitutional crisis right here in Taiwan. We're going to see how the system for picking our ultimate legal referees went from, well, a pretty dangerous one-man show to a completely frozen, broken game. You ready for the twist? Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Just imagine you're watching, I don't know, the absolute biggest soccer championship of the year. The crowd's going wild, players are hyped, but then you realize something super sketchy. The main referee, the line judges, the replay officials, they were all handpicked by just one of the team owners. I mean, even if those refs swear up and down that they'll be completely fair, are you really going to trust them? No way, right? It totally ruins the trust of the fans. Well, guess what? That exact glitch in the game actually happened in Taiwan.
So, Part 1, the ultimate referees, Taiwan's grand justices. In our democracy, those ultimate referees are the 15 grand justices. They're the ones who decide if the government is actually playing by the rules of the Constitution. And guys, the math here is wild. Basically, because of a bunch of historical flukes and past political gridlocks that totally messed up their staggered terms, a single former president, Tsai Ing-wen, accidentally ended up nominating all 15 active justices on the court. Yep, 15 out of 15. Now, to be clear, it wasn't some evil master plan or deliberate takeover. It was literally just a massive accident in the system's design that somehow handed one person the power to pick the entire referee lineup. Now, even if it wasn't on purpose, having a 15 out of 15 court definitely scares people no matter which political side you're on. We actually call this authoritarian risk. It's what happens when all the constitutional guardians are chosen by one single leader, making the whole thing look incredibly biased. Just like our soccer game, if one team picks all the refs, the public's trust just completely collapses. And for a democracy, having all the power concentrated like that is incredibly dangerous. Because honestly, trust is the only thing keeping the whole system together. Now, what's really interesting is where this goes next. Part 2, the double veto, a dramatic reversal. Look at this timeline, because the script completely flipped. When the new president, Lai Ching-te, tried to fill the empty referee spots in 2024, he proposed 7 nominees. But a divided legislature flat out vetoed every single one of them. Boom, blocked. So the next year, in 2025, the president proposed 7 completely new names, hoping they could reach a compromise. And, yep, you guessed it, the legislature blocked all 7 again. Across 2 whole years, 14 nominees were proposed, and literally not a single one was allowed on the field. The pendulum swung all the way to the other extreme.
Which brings us to Part 3, democratic crises. Our system crashed.
This gridlock basically exposed our democracy to a terrifying double threat. Let's compare them, because this is exactly where the game fundamentally breaks down. Risk 1 is a biased field, right? That's where one person picks everyone, making it feel totally rigged. But Risk 2? That's a stalled field. By vetoing everyone, the legislature makes sure no referees can play at all. If the refs are rigged, the game is bad. But if there are no refs at all, you can't even play the game. We literally went from a system where one person had way too much power straight into a system that was completely paralyzed. Are you ready for the craziest part? Because of these constant vetoes, the Constitutional Court dropped from its required 15 referees down to just 8. And wait for it, because 3 of those remaining justices refused to participate in certain reviews due to procedural disputes, well, you do the math. We currently have just 5 referees struggling to run the entire country's constitutional game. The system has completely crashed, guys. We're asking 5 people to do the work of 15, and it is simply not sustainable.
So how do we fix it? Part 4, fixing the rules, upgrading the system.
To fix this mess, we can't just change one tiny rule. We need a massive, urgent upgrade to several rulebooks all at once. We're talking about rewriting the Constitution, additional articles to fix the term limits. We have to update the Constitutional Court Procedure Act. Plus, we need to revise the Legislative Yuan Power Exercise Act and the Office of the President Organization Act. Phew, it's a huge, system-wide repair job, and all these gears have to be fixed together so the machine can actually run smoothly again. So here is the crucial point. Right now, there is absolutely zero official national plan from the government to fix this glitch. Nothing. Everyone is just kind of staring at the broken system. And that is exactly why experts and think tanks stepped up to put a brand new reform proposal on the table. Since the politicians are totally gridlocked, civic society and legal experts created a blueprint designed specifically to fix this exact mess.
Let's check out that blueprint. Part 5. 6 Firewalls, the Ultimate Fix.
These 6 firewalls have 2 very clear jobs. Stop one person from hogging on the power, and stop the legislature from breaking the game completely. Basically, it's a supercharged system of double checks and balances. Let's rapidly run through how these 6 steps act like a powerful antivirus to patch your system's vulnerabilities once and for all. All right, firewall number 1, staggered terms. We rewrite the rules to force a mandatory swap of 7 or 8 justices exactly in the 3rd year of a president's term. No exceptions, no delays. This guarantees that no single president can ever appoint all 15 justices at once again. It permanently deletes that one owner picks all referees bug that caused this whole scare in the first place. Moving on to firewall number 2, open sourcing. Instead of the president just picking from some secret VIP list of political friends, we open it up. Literally anyone can recommend a brilliant legal expert, as long as they pass strict qualification checks. Think of it like taking the talent pool open source. By letting the public suggest names, we get a much wider, fairer variety of referee candidates. Next is firewall number 3, the random draft. So who actually reviews this open source list? Well, not the politicians. We use a lottery system to randomly select everyday citizens and legal experts for the review committee. Nobody can rig the draft behind closed doors, and no special interest groups can hijack the process. It's totally randomized, making it as fair as a coin toss. Then we have firewall number 4, the first pass. After that random draft, the list goes straight to the legislator. The 113 lawmakers still get the very first vote. And this is crucial, right? Because it preserves their democratic right to hit the brakes and check the president's power. They can still say no if they genuinely believe a candidate just isn't qualified to be a referee.
And this brilliantly illustrates firewall number 5, expanding voters. You might be wondering, what if lawmakers just keep saying no to stall the game, like they literally just did in our timeline? Well, look at this table. If they veto round 1, 22 local mayors automatically join the vote in round 2. If they veto again, 910 local councilors jump in for round 3. The longer lawmakers delay the game, the more their voting power shrinks, dropping all the way to 10.8%. It practically forces them to actually sit down and compromise, instead of just hitting veto on repeat.
Finally, firewall number 6. The game must go on. We add a strict fail-safe rule that guarantees the Constitutional Court can legally operate based on however many active justices are left, regardless of political gridlock. This ensures the country's justice system can never be forcefully paused just because politicians are on strike. Basically, the referees left on the field are fully empowered to keep the game running. So, from the fear of one person picking all the referees to a completely frozen game where no new referees can play at all, Taiwan is going through a massive real-world stress test right now. But as these 6 firewalls show, if we have the wisdom to actually fix the bugs, democracy has an incredible ability to heal itself. So I'll leave you with this. Is our democracy strong enough to upgrade its own rulebook? That's something for all of us to think about. Thank you so much for watching this explainer, and we'll see you next time.